And
a social networking page called Twitter, Minding Volunteer or Jit Asa, is calling on its members to help fulfilling back the oxygen to the Chao Phraya River after a ship sank last week. 40 members of the social media page gathered to add the oxygen into the mother river at Pranakhon Siyutthaya province after the shipwreck caused pollution and massive death of the aquatic animals. Paramed Minsiri revealed that his Thai Flood group has consistently volunteered in social activities from helping the South during its major flood and within Pathum Thani itself. The group was well aware of the shipwreck news in the Chao Phraya River and kept tweeting to cooperate with other groups like Asa Dusit or Dusit Volunteer led by Piyashib Washarobon in order to find a solution to rehabilitate the great river back to its clean stream. This solution therefore spread the word to the rest of the group members. Dusit Volunteer leaders stated that the river has been badly polluted, causing contamination of the water supply. Although the authority has said that the water is purified, but he believed that the oxygen in the water has been diminished. The volunteer groups thus contacted Chaliao Paniam, supervisor of the Natural Agriculture and Environmental Knowledge Center for the oxygen resolution. The center provides 5,000 micro-organic balls to be thrown into the river at Sam Kok district, Pathum Thani province, to increase the oxygen intake. According to the center's supervisor, the microorganic balls composed of photosynthetic cells and yeast, which are attributed to making oxygen in the water. They are also qualified in reducing sediments and residues.
British ambassador to Burma visited Tak provincial refugee camp. Burma's British ambassador gave a refugee camp in Tak province, Thailand, a visit, while Thai representatives admitted a lack of fire engines. Andrew Hent, British ambassador to Yangon, Burma, with a diplomatic corps, visited the camp of political refugees at Mela district, Tak province. The diplomatic mission was to investigate the project aided by the British government in taking care of the refugees seeking asylum from the disputed border area of Thai Burma. Chalok Chai Aram Rungrod, Assistant District Officer, Acting Supervisor of the refugee camp, with other officers including Current Refugee Committee or KRC, helped cooperating in managing this refugee camp. However, the group added to their concerns that there is a lack of sufficient amount of fire engines. The camp needs another 3 fire engines due to a large population accounting for 40,000 approximately. Some living zones are crowded and some accommodations are roofed with thatching. The group is internationally well renowned in taking care and monitoring the political refugees within the border area.
As a response to Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen's 3 proposals to resolve the ongoing Thai-Cambodian conflict involving the century-old Pravihan Temple, caretaker Apisit Wechachiwa acknowledges that it's a good move to resolve the conflict. However, he points out the role of the Thailand-Cambodia Joint Boundary Commission, or JBC, and urges Cambodia to adhere to the 2000 Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, between Thailand and Cambodia. The caretaker Prime Minister also urges Cambodia to show its sincerity by completely withdrawing their registration of Pravihan Temple, ceasing to bring the Thai-Cambodian conflict to various international stages, as well as pulling out its troops from the temple area. Apisit says that if Cambodia shows their clear motives, the Thai government would then be ready for negotiations.
According to health chiefs, hospitals in Thailand are alert for deadly E. coli bug, but no sign yet of fatal strain that killed 22 in Europe. Hospitals nationwide have been instructed to be on alert for a deadly new strain of E. coli that has killed at least 22 people in Europe and made nearly 2,000 others sick. Permanent Secretary for Public Health, Dr. Phaichit Warashit, said on Saturday. The Public Health Ministry was monitoring E. coli into waste through food and drug checkpoints, which are the responsibility of the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, and through hospitals throughout the country. He said hospitals had been ordered to immediately send samples for lab tests on patients suspected of suffering from acute diarrhea. Dr. Rungreung Kittipat, director of the Bureau of Emerging Infectious Diseases, said hospitals nationwide had been instructed to accelerate diagnosis of patients suffering from severe diarrhea and to send samples for laboratory tests. Thailand had never experienced this new strain of E. coli before, and people should not panic because the number of patients found in Europe was still relatively small. In addition to Germany, cases of E. coli poisoning have been reported in Austria, Britain, the Czech Republic, Denmark, France, the Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United States. In Germany, reports came in that 17 people who had eaten at a restaurant in the northern city of Lübeck had fallen ill, but local officials were skeptical, the Deutsche Press Agentur reported on Saturday. Another report suggested that the origin could lie in an anniversary celebration for the port of Hamburg at the beginning of May. The celebrations drew around 1.5 million visitors from May the 6th to the 8th. Yesterday, Agriculture Minister of Germany said that preliminary tests found that bean sprouts and other sprout varieties from the farm in the Jutland area between the northern cities of Hamburg and Hanover could be traced to infections in 5 German states.
Sex lessons to help wives pleasure their husbands better than a first-class prostitute will be among the courses provided by the Obedient Wives Club to help promote harmonious marriages and counter social ills. Its Vice President, Dr. Rohaya Mohammed, said it was the time for a sexual prowess to take front seat in marriage beyond the traditional good mother or good cook roles. She told reporters on Saturday that a good or religious wife is also sexually good in bed. A husband who was kept happy in the bedroom would have no reason to stray or seek out prostitutes or indulge in other social vices, said Dr. Rohaya, who was a medical doctor for 15 years in the health ministry before taking a leadership role in the club. Dr. Rohaya said the club would also offer counseling and lecture sessions for wives, husbands, or couples. She said that the Malaysian chapter had around 800 members, while its Jordan chapter had 200, with the Indonesian chapter set to be launched on the June 19th in Jakarta. OWC and the Polygamy Club was formed by Global Ikhwan Sien Bin, an organization founded by former members of the banned Al-Arqam Islamic group. A mass wedding reception for 8 couples was also held during the launch. The brides were aged 18 to 22, while the grooms were aged 20 to 48. All are OWC members and agreed that disobedient wives were the cause of many social ills.
Coming up after the break, we have more information on EU preparing new rescue package for Greece and TOT to showcase its 3G service.